Munieka here. I'm a 4-year graduate of psychology and I do psychological talk and lifestyle. If you're very new in here, welcome. I'm glad we found each other. Hi guys, it's Munieka here. I'm a 4-year graduate of psychology and I do psychological talk and lifestyle. If you're very new in here, welcome. I'm glad we found each other. Mega love shout out everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful Friday evening here in the Philippines, and I'm broadcasting live all the way from the Queen City of the South, Cebu City. We are officially at 8:35 in the evening. We are on our Straight Talk Friday. Our caption or our title for the evening is about ako ang asawa pero iyot mo siya. Alright! Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. How are you doing, guys? Before we are going to discuss our proper evening and our proper segment for the evening, kumustahan muna tayo. How are you all doing? We have in here Sisi Lady Sulaivan. Sisi Sulaivan. Lady M Sulaivan. Mega love shout out to you, Sisi. And Merry Christmas. It's the second day. Ano ba tayo ngayon? It's the 3rd day of September. That's the 3rd day since we started the Burr month. Right? So, magandang. It's a Merry Christmas in advance to all of you. Since the Philippines is the country that's celebrating the long-term Christmas time, ay magandang Pasko sa inyong lahat. Alright! Kumusta naman po, mga suki? Kumusta? How is your Friday evening in here? Sana naman ay you have a very good evening in here. And so far, Here in Cebu, it's an absolute, very nice Christmas here. And it's a very nice third day of September. How's your September doing? Is the beginning of the month a good time and a good days with you? Because if it is, then it is also a good day in here. All right. All right. Sino pa ba ang kaibigan natin na nandito for tonight? Let's start with a greeting muna ha. Huwag muna tayo discuss ng discuss. Diretso. Para hindi naman over na over yung discussion natin for the evening. But I'd like to really extend my greetings to all of you. An advance Merry Christmas. And sana naman ay nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan and everyone else. Magandang gabi po once again to sa lahat. Paskong Pasko, it's the start of the Christmas season. Aga naman ng Christmas, no? But, you know, it's good to start the Christmas. It's good to be. It's good to be good. Right? Where are our other friends in here? Nandito na ba? Nandito na ba ang ating mga kaibigan? Ay, ba't delayed ako? Ang tagal. Lady M. Sullivan. Tingnan natin. Uy, nako. Wala pa ata akong tuwa. Alright! Oh, my day is not good today, but I'll be fine. Oops! Ah. La, la, la. All right. Mega love shout out. We have nandito na pang ating kaibigang bus driver, sweet lover. Mega love shout out to you at magandang gabi sa iyo. Ayan, we have 4 beautiful souls in here tonight, and it is once again our Straight Talk Friday. We're gonna just relax the evening, all right? Pag may mga tanong kayo, prepare your questions. I'm gonna answer that one accordingly to whatever questions you have. I'll answer it straight. And nagtataka naman po kayo with my thumbnail in there. Medyo bastos pa, but we're not talking about the bastusan. Pero ihalo na rin natin dyan. It's a Friday. It's a weekend. It is a good time to talk, all right? Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Once again, we are officially at 8:40 p.m. or 8:40 in the evening. And I'm once again broadcasting live all the way from the Queen City of the South. I hope you're gonna enjoy our segment for the evening. Handa niyo pong mga katanungan nyo. I'm gonna answer that one straightforward. Alright? Pag nung mga tanong nyo naman are very complicated, please don't hesitate to ask that one to me because I'm gonna answer that one right from the bottom of my heart. Our topic for the evening is very, very on time for the discussion. And I'm very, very excited to discuss our topic for the evening. Alright? Andito na rin, sabi ni Lady M. Sullivan. Dan, dalawang haran, Sisi. Maraming salamat, Sisi, Lady M. Sullivan USA, thank you so much sa mga patamsak natin dyan. To all other friends we have in here. 6 beautiful souls we have in here. Mega love shout out to every one of you. Alright, andito na rin sa pa nating kaibigan, Jeline Curtis, all the way from Tagaytay. Nasa Pilipinas po yan, a very cold place, but still, andito ang ating kaibigan. Mega love shoutout, Sisi Jelaine Cortez. Nika, may nakapagsabi daw na highly paid live stream. Hindi naman. Ano ka ba? Hello everyone from Jelaine Cortez. Host, apaka-seductive mo ngayon, black dress. Hindi, namatayan ako kaya black dress ako. It is a celebration of a namatayan. Yun. Di ata ako relate kasi loyal kaya ito, misis ko. Misis ko lang ako gagarahe. It's okay. Some people lie, some people don't. And basta driver, sweet lover, you know, that's all up to you. Alright. Yun lang. And then, condolence po. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the extension of your condolence. Ay, yes. May bagong OOTD pala si Sisi Jelaine. Pipin natin yan, Sisi, ha? Sandali. Pipin natin yan. It's okay. It is okay. Absolutely okay. Alright, andyan. So, ano ba? May mga tanong ba? Oy, kumusta naman kayo? Oy, ano bang update niyo sa buhay? Wala pa yung mga ibang kaibigan natin. Ano pa, nagluluto pa ata ngayon. Mega love shoutout din. Nandito na rin ang isa po nating kaibigan. All straight from Manila. Ang ating kaibigan, Sweet Abby Channel. Mega love shoutout to you, CC. Maraming salamat. It's been a long time. Mga 48 years. Oo. Now, nagkita na rin tayo dito ulit. Harang playing. Maraming salamat sa mga paharang dyan. Thank you so much. Ayan, Sweet Abby Channel, CC Koy from Jelaine Cortez. Mega love shoutout, ganda Jelaine. Yahoo, mwah, chup. Thank you so much. Ayoko makita malungkot, pretty host. Sometimes life is okay. Sometimes life could be at a happy state of mind, and sometimes life doesn't just stay around in there. So, happiness is a choice. So, it doesn't really matter. Alright? Sisi Koy, Sweet Abby Channel. Ang sarap ng luto mo. Talaga? Anong luto ni Sweet Abby? Ay, parang hindi ko alam yata. Pero hindi ko natignan. Yeah, and I'm contemplating on resting my live streaming for the next week. So probably, I'm not so sure, but I'm focusing on something else. But maybe for next week, you wouldn't be able to see me doing live streaming. So, magpapahinga muna siguro ako probably on next week. So, sasagarin ko na po yung Friday with all the discussions in here and to answer all your questions. But after this one, probably I wouldn't be doing live streaming. Probably. But I got to have the confirmation by tomorrow for the things that I really need to do. So, perhaps this may be my last live streaming for the week. I believe so. All right? But I'll see what I can do for the next week. Anyway, ayan, mega love shoutout din sa isa ko pang kaibigan, a very gorgeous and amazing friend I have in here. Messi Juan, Tam Shake Palangging ko, Palangging, maraming salamat. Thank you so much. Ayan, Sisi, Messi Juan Palangging kong Messia. Ba't ganon? Oo. Mami-miss kita, pretty host. Don't worry. You'll still be seeing me on my vlog, but maybe not on the live streaming. But I'll see if I can materialize my other job later. But my pleasure, Sisi Koy, Sweet Abby. Ayan, betrayal. Yes, that's our topic for the evening. It's betrayal in English. But we'll see. Discuss natin yung topic natin ngayon. But maybe I don't. Yeah, maybe lang naman that I'm not gonna be doing live streaming for the week or so. I just need to do things on the other part, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hindi pa naman siya final, but maybe yes. All right. Andyan na. We will be starting our discussion for the evening in a couple more minutes. Okay? We will talk about it. If you have any questions, let me know para diretso kung masasagot sa inyo yan. All right? Mas maganda, diretsahang tanong so I can easily answer you. Mas mabilis. All right? And our topic for tonight really primarily focus on the betrayal. Really focus on the things that a married couple is experiencing in some other relationship that experiencing wherein you are committed to someone with obligations, but you're still doing other things extra on the other side. Wala naman po akong pinatatamaan dito. This is just a discussion. But if you felt that you are in the situation, then maybe you have the right to double check your status. Lies and betrayal, di contento siguro. Yes, not happy with the relationship, not happy with their present life. People does jump from one relationship to the other, or may not be a relationship, but jumps to another extracurricular activities because people do have a present experience with their present situation right now. And for that case, it is the choice that you need to make. And you yourself knows about that one. You need to ask yourself and you need to heal probably. If you are in the situation, maybe you need to focus on the obligations that you have. Maybe you need that. Maybe you needed that badly for your life. Napapanahon pretty host kasi hiwalay na si Paulo at LJ. Nabasa ko sa Jarius sa Jeep. That I don't know. Kasi artista na, hindi naman ako nanonood ng ganun. I don't really know. Yeah. Ganun yun. So may mga betrayal na nangyayari, may mga issues na nangyayari which I have actually heard from quite a few. May mga kaibigan tayong nag-ask ng personal thought and personal opinion, which I also do entertain, but for some, but it's always life is a choice. May mga pagkakataon that we need to make a choice and that maybe we need to double check our status of life. That's just how it is. Mega love shoutout din! Thumbs up, baby clan po. Mega love shoutout clan po. Maraming salamat for dropping by once again. Maraming salamat. Alright. Andito na rin ang aking kapatid all the way from Norway, Maria Cherina Fredenhog. Thank you so much for coming. Ayan, Lady Shy is also here. Mega love shoutout. Basta driver, sweet lover, acceptance. Of course, acceptance naman lahat eh. Pagtanggap mo ang katotohanan, tanggap mo kung anong nangyayari and whatsoever, it is a choice. It is a choice that you need to make. So, it's always like that. But if you can't accept the chance or the things that's happening to you, that would be a problem. And you're making things worse and complicated. So, pag hindi mo naman katanggap-tanggap, at hindi mo, hinahanap mo lang yung attention and channel of your own personal grudges and your own personal unhappiness, it is also the choice that you need to make. But you have the responsibility to face. Your responsibility is your own demon that you need to face. Diba? Yun lang talaga. Ayan. Jeline Cortez, Dan Nasisiganda. Salamat. Guys, nakapin po dyan ng ating Jeline Cortez. Patusok naman if you have time. Alright. Kapag alam mo na may asawang pamilya, isang tabi ang libog ang kati. Yes, absolutely. You just have. Hindi mo naman pwede yung ganun eh. Hindi ka rin naman pwede maglandi. Diba? If you have a family, if you're married, if you have kids, you need to focus in there. You stay away from all other temptations and all that. That's just something na hindi talaga tama. Na bakit? But of course, kung masaya ka doon. Just have to follow whatever your choice is. But you need to make sure na kung sino man yung involved doon ay also masaya din and accepted. But if not, then there are no extra things that you need to do. Wala pong pwedeng gawin kapag hindi naman masaya. Diba? A choice that you need to make, and everybody needs to be accountable to whatever actions they have and to whatever decisions that they need to make. Yun naman talaga ang importante. Ano ba ang mas importante? Diba? Wala naman siguro. That's the most important thing you need to focus on. It's a focus. It's a thing that you need to look at. Diba? Yun na. Keyword is landi, sisik, oo. Pag malandi, malandi talaga yan. And no matter what. Hindi mo. Pag Makati, Makati talaga yan. You can't. People don't change. That's just how it is. Alright, mega love shoutout. Nandito na rin sa ating kaibigan, Wilma Marital. Ang daming nangyayari ngayon sa YT world eh. Ang daming mga lies, ang daming mga pagsisinungaling na nangyayari ngayon. But you know, it's a choice people needs to make. So it's up to the person involved for this one. Diba? From Wilma Marital, marriage is honorable with God, right? But why is that many do not respect and honor the value of marriage? There are people that doesn't have value. There are people that doesn't have values, that doesn't have morale. There are just people that are only after of their own personal happiness. And whatever it is a choice that they need to make. Whatever it is, this is all their responsibility, and they need to stand for their own actions and be accountable to whatever consequences that it may bring during the course of this relationship. Pag hindi, pag wala talaga, pag may problema, and you just have to settle. Kung ayaw mo naman dun sa tao, pag hindi ka masaya, maghanap ka. You file a divorce, you file and then you move on. Hindi pwede yung may asawa ka, iiwan mo, and you are going to have an extra for that. If you do that, make sure that the partner that you are also choosing will also be accountable for that. Diba? Pag okay, edi ganun, pagpatuloy. If not, no, it's up to you. I'm not gonna judge you for that one, but it is a choice that you need to make. It is the accountability of your own actions. Ayan, from Bus Drivers with Lover, akala lang masaya sa pumatol sa may asawa, pamilya, pero sa huli magsisisi ka. Absolutely. Alright, Wilma, Wilma, kasi iba-iba ang tao. Ayan, many are ignorant in the spiritual consequence of sexual sins. So, yeah, marami naman kasing tao na hindi po very biblical and very not religious. So, kahit naman siguro if people are not into a religious matter, if you have an honor and if you have morale, it doesn't need to have a strong belief or a strong religion to follow. If you have a self-morale and if you have the self-respect and the respect over the people you love, then it is the thing that you need to choose. Libog landi kati sa choice, but it is a choice and you need to be accountable of your choices. Pag gumawa ka ng bagay na nakakasira, pag gumawa ka ng bagay na hindi tama, it is a choice that you need to make. Make sure that kung gumawa ka ng bagay, make sure that you are also ending the relationship. Kasi pag hindi ka naman masaya, what are the reasons that you are going to make to stay with them? Right? Libog landit. You know, ano ba? What else? Wala na, di ba? Ayan. You want me to start? Gusto niyo magsimula na tayo para matapos naman tayo. Still have a big day tomorrow. Ayun. Gusto niyo magsimula na tayo? You want me to start? May problema ka ba, pretty host? No, I don't have a problem. Panandali ang kaligayahan habang buhay na kahihiyan. Sabi ko nga, you need to be accountable of your actions. And that actions, you need to really look at it. Pasok. Pag may talaga, bakit, di ba? You need to settle. You need to settle it first. Cut it off. Pag ayaw mo, alam mo, putulin mo, and then you move to a better place where you want to move. Di ba?
It's party time.
Alright, may monthly period si Palangging ko. Thumbs up. Melon Mar! Mega love shoutout sa iyo. Sino man nandito? Melon Mar, thumbs up. Maraming salamat sa ating mga kaibigan nandito for tonight. Thank you so much. Alright? We are officially at our 8:57 in the evening and we are broadcasting live all the way from the Queen City of the South. Officially, we are at our Straight Talk Friday. Ako ang asawa, pero iyot mo siya. Now, the title is very intriguing, but really, it's happening right now. It is an on time. It is the perfect topic for the evening to discuss because it is presently happening. And for the people are really into this situation, you need to understand and you need to listen for this one so we can discuss properly. And you have any questions, tell me whatever it is, I'm going to answer you straight. All right? Since it is a very beautiful Friday now, then we can talk a lot of things in here. And your questions will be appropriately answered accordingly kung ano naman yung mga tanong nyo. Sasagutin ko po yan ng diretsahan without any hesitations and that would be answered according to whatever we are going to discuss for the evening.
DJ Joshua Remix.
Let's split the night and touch the soul
Of silence. Ito pampatay. Ito yung theme song for the evening. Alright! Can a relationship survive after multiple affairs? You guys are ready? You ready for our discussions for the evening? Can a relationship Ito may mga tanong ako dito. I have several questions prepared in here. Can a relationship survive after multiple affairs? It can. It can survive after multiple affairs, but it takes a lot of work to repair a broken trust. Sa relasyon naman po, everything always starts with a trust. And if there are no trust involved to it, there are no relationship that needs to be built. Whatever type of relationship it is, it will never come up to be a better one if there are no trust. And if there are trust issues involved to it, the relationship could never survive into the long-term one. Trust is the most important thing because the trust actually is the basic foundation and the basic build-up of the relationship. Without that, you can never start a good relationship. Mega love shoutout sa isa pa nating kaibigan. Andito na, Miss Emerald. Natawa ako sa title, Just Me, Oo, Sisi. Ang dami kasi nangyayari yan ngayon and it's presently happening right now. And I want you to listen for this one. Mega love shoutout to you, Sisi. Miss Emerald, mega love shoutout once again. Yun, like I said, trust is the basic thing and the basic foundation of every relationship. We cannot build that one, and if you cannot have the trust fully in the relationship, there are no relationship, whatever form it is, that could never be built. Because if the beginning or the onset of the relationship started without the trust anymore, it just doesn't work well to at least to almost all relationship. Sino bang magre-relasyon? Sino bang taong gustong pumasok ng isang relasyon kung wala naman talagang pagtitiwala? How could that ever be a relationship without trust? Trust condom is the basic foundation. Absolutely. Alright. Miss Emerald, astig na title. Totoo naman talaga yun, di ba? Another question. Mega love shoutout at Chansa family in Japan. Maraming salamat. However, there are relationship talaga that may work even if a multiple affairs or even in multiple fault. It can still somehow work. But the working of the time, the working of the relationship takes time and it needs a rebuild of the relationship. It needs a proper rebuild. Kasi andun naman talaga makabase ang lahat eh. Diba? Pag hindi mababalik yung full trust and confidence for that relationship, then it's just considered as all done. And it could never happen just in a snap. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort to do that. My May pa may palahiyot si Nika when she wants at he wants Santa Claus o Chichi. Possible. Ayan. Yung tanong, the second question goes, does love exist in extramarital affairs? The answer for this one is that it is very rare, but it existed. Does love exist in extramarital affairs? It does. It's rare, but it does exist. Some affairs come out in the open and some don't. Sometimes these affairs happen when both parties are married, when affairs turn into love. It takes completely different turn. In that case, it could be called successful extramarital affair. It does. Meron pong mga bagay na extramarital affairs pero nagiging successful po. It's just a very rare cases, but it does really exist. So for those who are married and for those who are in present relationship, you should understand that these things is not a fiction. These things is not just a talk or a hearsay or yung mga sabi-sabi ng iba nating mga kaibigan. But this one really happens for a reason. And it does exist. So, wag po kayong mabaguhan or you have any surprises if there are cases na mangyayari na ganito. Diba? Because it has happened. From Drivers with Lover, kapag madami ako pera, pang suporta, makakasurvive ako ng madaming asawa ko. Yes. And there are choices. It is a choice that one needs to make. Kung gusto niyo naman ng ganon, and for the parties na tumatanggap naman ng ganon, if it's okay for them, then it is absolutely okay. You know? Mega love shoutout din sa isa pa nating kaibigan, kakapasok lang. David Luis Dumaging, mega love shoutout sa'yo. Good evening po sa'yo. Tamsak po. Maraming salamat, David. It's been a long time since the last time I've seen you. Right? But mega love shoutout. Welcome once again in here. From CC Emerald. It is really hard to fix that broken trust. Gosh. Mahirap talaga. It is very difficult. If you experience this one, you should remember that it relationship among all. Alright? And, oo, totoo yun. Ganun naman talaga yun eh. We have another question in here from Cici Wilma Mortal. Having sex with who you are not married to is a sign of disrespect. They don't mind if they would ruin one's relationship. Oh, sabi ko nga, it is. By standard, it ruins in any relationship. Kasi iniisip mo lang yung sarili mong kaligayahan. Diba? You have to make sure also that at least you're living with the morale, with your own self-morale, and with the morale of the people as well, the partners that you are going to be engaging with. And make sure, sabi ko nga, if you wanted and you really cannot stop yourself from doing it, why don't you cut your present situation, di ba? For example, if you're married and hindi ka masaya, like for example, si Wilma here, yung husband ni si Wilma, they are married, but the husband is finding another one to be with someone else. Sabi ko nga, yung sariling kaligayahan mo naman is not the happiness of everyone else. And your self-satisfaction and your self-happiness for this matter, lalabas dito yung what kind of person you are. Whether you are a person could be trusted or you are the person that couldn't be trusted. So, tignan niyo po yung sarili. Pag nakaapak naman po na masyado sa ibang tao, maybe that is the time you need to reconsider your decisions. Right? From David Luis Dumaging. Okay, sakit sa ulo lang magka-relasyon host, lalo na sa bulsa. Oh, bakit? Pag nakikipagrelasyon ka ba, kasali bulsa lahat? Di ba pag nakipagrelasyon ka, di ba 50-50 naman yun, di ba? You spend di ba kasi pag nagkipagrelasyon ka, may relasyon ka, it's 50-50. Hindi naman masakit sa bulsa yun di ba? Kasi you are meeting halfway. Kaya nga relasyon tawag doon because both, you are two. And so you're having a perfect sharing, di ba? That's why it's called relationship. Mega love shoutout din sa ating mga kaibigan Jobs Dublin Channel all the way from Ireland. My Beshi all the way from Ireland. Mega love shoutout to you, Beshi. Kumusta naman, Beshi? How are you doing? Alright? Mega love shoutout, Metsi Juan from Jobs Dublin. Nice topic, Besh. Totoo. It's a very nice topic kasi it's really happening. And a lot of people in here, a lot of people are actually experiencing this one. Yung mga tao naman natin, yung mga kaibigan naman natin are really in the situation already. And they wanted to get out from it and they wanted to feel, ano ba talaga yung rason? Bakit ba may mga rason? Kadalasan po ng mga rason dito ang nangyayari po because they are not happy or maybe they need a self-satisfaction. Maybe I'll expound the definition later as we go along. Bili mo ko nun at bili mo ko niyan. Ay, sorry naman po, at may relasyon kang ganyan. Mahirap po yung relasyon na ganyan. Bili mo ako nito, bili mo ako ng ganyan. Huwag naman ganyan. Again, once again, having a relationship is a 50-50 relationship. If you love the person, if you both love each other, then yes, you need to work halfway. So, ikaw, you have to work halfway of your situation and the other one needs to work halfway as well. And it's meeting your needs and meeting your decisions. I think that is even more non-complicated. It's more, alam mo yung mas maganda yung kalalabasan if you have that. Right? Wilma Martel, nahati na host yung sustento kasi dalawa na so mas lalong liliit yung sustento pag madami. Mas lalong liliit yung sustento pag madami. But anyhow, iba't ibang tao, iba't ibang mga opinion. So, I think that's just right, di ba? Kung gusto nyo pang makipagrelasyon ng madami, then go ahead. Gusto nyo. Siguraduhin nyo lang, huwag nyo kalimutan yung sustento. Kasi, pag nalimutan nyo yung sustento, nako, sorry talaga. Wala talagang mangyayari. Pag wala kang sustento, wala kang relationship. Loko na yun, di ba? Ayan. Thank you very much, host. You're welcome. Oy, David, you are at the right age to have a relationship. Why are you not finding a relationship yet? Diba? I think you are in the right age to find a relationship eh. Ano naman siguro? Hindi ka naman siguro bata not to find a relationship, di ba? Need ko mag-double job, Besh, because of your topic. Besh, eto yung parte na hindi lang double ang gawin mo. Triple ang gawin mo. Kasi, alam mo naman, di ba? Kailangan yung mga sustento dyan sa tabi-tabi. Masyadong madami, Besh. Yeah. All right.
And I know that it is true.
Do cheaters cheat again? Meron tayong tanong dito. The question here, do cheaters need again? Yung mga nasinungaling at nangangaliwa, do they really cheat again? Most of the time, yes. Meron naman pong iba that they compromise. Once they find true love to another one, some of them do stick for as long as they are willing to do a proper treatment like counseling, or they compromise, or talaga namang gumagawa ng extra na effort for you to believe na hindi na nila gagawin. There are few cases na nangyayari po na ganyan, but to some, when cheaters start to cheat, they will always cheat, even to their new one. Diba? Kasi nga sabi nga nila once a cheater, always a cheater. Hindi naman po totoo yun sa lahat. No? Kasi may mga tao naman po talaga na they are willing to compromise. They are willing to do the things that what is needed for the relationship. However, pag hindi talaga, most of the time talaga, yung mga tao talaga na nag-i-involve ng ganito, when they cheated, what makes you think na hindi nila gagawin yon? Kasi pag ginawa nila yon on the first one, they will absolutely be doing that one on the next one. Diba? Unless they will show the full thing or the full part of the relationship na talagang they are willing to change and that they are willing to prove that they can change. Pag hindi naman, they will always go back to the basic. Nangangaliwa pa rin yun. Alright, from David Luis Dumaging, wala pa kasi akong makitang karelasyon host. Hindi pa binigay ni Lord. Oh! Binibigay ba yan ni Lord? Akala ko ba kusang darating yan? Akala ko ba hinahanap din naman? Uy, hindi naman pwede kayong antay ng antay. Oo, you have to open your doors and make the opportunity for that to come in. Kasi if you keep on waiting, it will end up to have nothing. Kasi waiting ka ng waiting, wala pong darating. Trust me, hindi po darating yan. It will never come. To some, it has a coincidence. Sabi nga nila, eto na yung inaantay ko. But for me kasi, I don't believe in that. For me, I believe in coincidences. There are just times that the right people, the right person comes along your way. It's just how it is. And if it doesn't, you don't need to push. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng pilitin yung mga bagay-bagay. There are things at may mga bagay naman po na hindi po natin kailangan pilitin. We just have to live by it. Meron talaga ng mga tao na normal talaga sa kanila yung marami silang koleksyon, marami silang hinaharot, marami silang extra kasi they find excitement to that. And for those people, maybe that is just them. We can't blame them also kasi hindi rin naman natin alam kung yung anong pinagdadaanan nila. Right? Possible, but people change, especially possible, but people change, especially when that specific person willing to compromise and be changed. Yes, but I always believe on the maliit lang kasi to. It's a very, very few special cases na nangyayari. But most of the time, when people are like that, they will always be like that, no matter what. Pero I'm not saying na wala talaga, na hindi talaga nagbabago yung tao. If people are willing to change And if people are only willing to compromise, they can compromise. And they just have to do better things than what they are doing already. Kasi, pag totoong mahal mo yung tao, you are willing to fight for it no matter what. Kasi, if you stop fighting for it, then it's the end of the battle. Yun nga sinasabi if nasa gyera ka and you started to say I surrender, then that is the time the war stops. But if you don't surrender, you fight for that, there are always chances to win the battle. Na mega love shoutout din from Ireland. Isa pa nating kaibigang Nals TV Osalio. Mega love shoutout to you. Maraming salamat Nals sa pagpunta. Thank you. Good afternoon everyone. Tamsak Danos. Maraming salamat Nals and mega love shoutout to you as well. From Miss Emerald. Sabi ni Miss Emerald dito, don't just wait, make landi-landi din. Ganon. Yes. Oo. If you are single, make landi-landi. If you're not single, don't landi-landi. Mahirap yung naglalandi ka tas hindi ka single. Yuck. Basta diba? Pero okay lang yun. If you wanted to. Sabi ko nga, pag hindi ka masaya, then don't. Stop it. Putulin mo. And you go to another one. Dun sa masaya ka, di ba? Pag may responsibilidad ka, may mga anak ka, huwag mo lang kalimutan. Kasi part yun eh. You can always have a choice. Hindi ka rin naman pwedeng mamuhay sa isang bagay na hindi ka talaga masaya. Pag hindi ka masaya, pinipilit mo all because there is a reason to feel it. No, it will never be good. Kasi nagsasuffer nagsasuffer kayong dalawa. Kasi aabot kayo sa punto na talagang hindi eh. No matter what you do, there is lacking. There is something wrong. And that something wrong would kill you eventually. Hindi po siya nakakaganda ng isang relasyon. You have to understand that in that situation, it's just not it. But if you are ready for another relationship or if you're ready for a new situation, then you have to know kung saan ka papasok. You have to end your present situation. Kasi kung masaya ka sa bagong sitwasyon, why not cut your present? Diba? At mag-move on kayong dalawa. Hahanap din yung partner mo, and then the child could always understand. Kasi pag hindi naman kayo masaya, why would you push things to be right? No matter how much you push things to be right, pag may kulang sa isang relasyon, pag may problema sa isang relasyon, and one of you is looking for something kasi may kulang, your relationship will never be successful. Sa mga nakarelasyon po ngayon na hindi successful, na nagkakaroon po ng problema sa mga partner nila kasi naghahanap, take it as a blessings. Kasi hindi po maganda na ipagpatuloy ang isang relasyon na there is something wrong. Hindi magandang ipagpatuloy ang relasyon pag may kulang. Kasi pag may kulang ang isang relasyon, no matter how much you change that one, at the end of the day, may kulang talaga. So pag yung kulang, mamumroblema ka talaga. Tanggalin mo. Pag hindi ka ready sa isang relasyon and you are already committed to someone and you are not happy because you are really unhappy to it, and in the course of the relationship, may hinahanap ka talaga. Wala doon eh. Andun yung iba pero wala doon yung mga hinahanap mo. You cannot live a double life wherein you have a wife and you have someone else also. Would you love to have that kind of life? Would you love to have that kind of partner like that? Kasi, if you are at the part of the wife, and yung isa yung gumagawa ng extra, ng mga bagay na hindi ka aya-aya, you would rather decide to be without that person than rather living in a lie. Na pag-uwi ng tao ay you feel that it's normal and all that, but there is abnormality already in the relationship. And you can never deny that fact. Oo. Good afternoon everyone. Tamsak Danal sa Salty. Maraming salamat. Bulag kasi ako, host. Bakit ka naman nabubulag? Hindi. You need to open up your eyes. Ayan. From Miss Emerald, don't just wait. Make it landi-landi. Yan. Yes. Alright. I love it. Mega love. Shout out. Isa mo nating kaibigan. My very gorgeous friend all the way from Malaysia. Ang aking kaibigan, Rina E. Vlog, CC, mega love, shoutout to you. Maraming salamat sa pagpunta. I love this host. Thank you so much. Oy, pag may mga tanong kayo dyan ha, tanungin nyo ako. Okay, diretsahan ko kayong sasagutin. Host Nika, bakit meron pa rin pumapasok na relasyon? Alam nilang may nasisira sila. Kasi, merong mga tao that doesn't really exercise moral. May mga tao na hindi talaga nag-iisip in the whole yung buong pag-iisip. May mga tao na iniisip talaga nila yung sarili niya. Kasi kaya nga sinasabi ko if you are in that relationship, it's a toxic relationship. But if you are and if you have detected that your husband or your partner is doing extra thing already, better get out from it. Find so you deserve better than that. You deserve someone that is better than that. Kasi you can exercise your own thing Mas maganda yon. So kung ikaw naman yung hindi nangangaliwa, ikaw yung involved, andun ka lang sa sitwasyon, stay away from it. Humanap ka ng paraan. Even if you have kids, even if you have like this, you cannot live. It is, sabi ko nga kasi si Welma, it is better to live a relationship with the truth, and even if it hurts, for as long as you know the truth, rather than living a an as if happy life, kunwari, with full of lies. Kasi pag wala naman talagang natatago and eventually you will learn about all things. And when you learn all things, then it becomes complicated and it becomes unhappy one. So I just hope that from there you draw the line and you understand kung saan ka talagang limitado at saan ka pwedeng tatanggapin kung ganyang klaseng sitwasyon. Hindi naman kasi pwede mamumuhay ka na for the rest of your life, ganito, ganyan, okay lang yan kasi ganito. You know, reasons will always be reasons. But if you do not have the morale, if you are the person who doesn't have the morale, you just don't have it for the rest of your life. Mega love shoutout, Mom. She tells all the way from Texas. Ang ating second lover member, a very beautiful, all the way from United States. Sabi ko nga love has no boundaries. There may be times that you are committed with the person and you are not happy because not everything that happens to you will always be happiness. Not everything that happens to you is a perfect one. And pag hindi mo, if you cannot look into that, and which is way better than that, or talagang alam mo yung katotohanan, then it will never be successful kasi may pagpapanggap na nangyayari, di ba? Tama, from David Lumagan. All right. Thank you, sis. May tanong ako, sana kaso na. Oh, no, wag kang mahiya. Everybody's are all welcome in here. If you have any questions, you ask me, and all your questions will be answered accordingly. not to be biased, but all your questions will be answered in relation to psychology. All right? And tatago, minsan yung mga sagot ko po ay masakit, but minsan po, minsan I will never give you a very safe answer in here. I will give you a very straightforward answer, and if somehow nararamdaman nyo na masakit yung sagot ko, I'm sorry, but that is the reality of it. Sometimes my answers are very harsh, but it will open up your mind. All right? Ouch! Sabi ni Ma'am Tess, immorality will always be present in every situations, and you can't stop from them. Those having a secret affair, someday God will expose them. Yes. Whatever the plans of whatever people believes to it, I always believe that there are always karma that goes, whatever you do, it will always goes back to you. And whatever it is, you just have to be accountable to it. Diba? Nag-love shoutout sa isa pa nating kaibigan, Honey Babe Dante, all the way from the north of Cebu. Consolacion, mega love shoutout. Kabayan Nika, andito pa napasok si Casey Ganda. Casey is not here yet. I don't know if she's coming, but maybe later or so. Yep. Mega love shoutout to you. From Jeline Cortez, Sisi ko, Munieka, yung case ni LJ Reyes at Paulo Pontes, nagtitiis si LJ Reyes for the sake of the kids. That is a wrong move. You do not stay in a relationship just because for the kids. My personal opinion, and based on psychological opinion, for my assessment, you do not stay with a relationship for the kids. You also have a life. Your kids will have a life eventually. And you staying in the relationship only for the kids, that's not a good sign. Alam niyo ba kung bakit? Because you are punishing yourself when in fact you can still be happy with someone else. Bakit ka magtitiis para sa mga anak mo? In the right time, your kids is going to have their own life also. Pag titiisin mo iyon at namumuhay ka sa isang klaseng relasyon na nasasaktan ka araw-araw, umiiyak ka araw-araw, do you think you deserve to have a life? Do you think that you deserve to have a life like that? No. Every human beings deserve to have a happy life. If you are not happy with the situations, eventually your kids will understand. Mga anak mo ay may utak yan. At in the right time, your kids will understand. Kasi pag pinipilit mo ang isang relasyon only because for the sake of the kid, you can never ever give a kid a happy life. Kasi eventually, lalabas yan eh. Malalaman ng bata na may kabit yung tatay. Ang yung tatay naglalaro sa ibang bahay. And no matter what, it will always be like that. And if you are going to willingly to be in that situation for the sake of the kid, eventually, pag hindi mo iwanan yung asawa mo, ikaw rin ang iiwan ng asawa mo. Where is the justice in that? The fact na nangangaliwa yung lalaki, it means na yung the fact na yung lalaki naghahanap ng iba, naghahanap ng atensyon sa iba, something is not right with your relationship. And you as a woman, you can never stay with that relationship. It is up to you, and I'm not dictating you to stay in there, but I tell you, if you have in this situation, please do reconsider to ask yourself, yung kaligayahan mo ba magpapatuloy at ang kaligayahan ng mga bata? Because eventually, iiwan ka rin naman yan eh. Hindi nga lang ngayon. Kasi you thought that staying in the relationship perhaps will save. But the fact that the other party or the husband is looking for another one, looking for another extra, I tell you, time comes, he would still leave you. And it's a truth. It's a fact. From Bus Driver, Sweet Lover, walang class at immoral, at immoral ang pumapatol sa may pamilya. Absolutely. Miss Emerald, true, agree ako dyan. Kailangan lang maging totoo. Maging totoo, hindi naman ibig sabihin nun na iniwan mo yung asawa mo kasi wala kang respeto sa mga anak mo. No, you have no respect. You have no respect kapag nagstay ka sa isang relasyon na alam mo you are punishing yourself. Mas magiging worse yung sitwasyon if you force yourself to stay in the relationship alang-alang sa mga bata. Kasi there's no relationship in there. Ano kakatulong? That you can just wait in there and live with that? My God, you can find your own happiness while raising your kids with the right manner, with the right conduct. It's just how it goes. Ma'am Shitas, as of now, I'm happy, but I have my boundaries. That's very good, Ma'am Shitas. You have the boundaries and stay in the happiness of the, continue whatever you are doing right now. Kasi, alam mo naman, meron lang naman tayong for as long as you are not forgetting your responsibility, that's just it. I would always agree that yung hindi kapag okay lang naman and you are okay with the setup, pag agreed nyo naman yung ganito, okay lang kayo with the situation, then go for it. Pero pag may hindi okay sa sitwasyon, don't push for it. Kasi mas magiging komplikado yon. Alright? At ako kahit masakit, tananggap ko, I'm living in the free country. Absolutely to. Sabi ko nga, everything will always be a choice. And if you choose in that situation, and if you think that you are happy with the situation, and things are just doing normal with the situation, then you all have the choice in the world. Alright, from Basta Driver, Sweet Lover, kapag di totoo, mapagbalat kayo, di magkaroon ng successful relasyon pretty. Yes. Never. Kasi paano yan? Mamumuhay ka sa isang relasyon, tapos sabi doon, niloloko ka na. Tapos, ano yun? Aantay-antay ka kung kailan siya magbabago. Puputi niya ang uwak nun, di ba? Hindi magbabago yan, trust me. Never. Kasi people stays in a relationship because you allowed it. Alam niyo ba kung bakit? Kung bakit yung tao hindi magbabago, kung bakit yung lalaki hindi magbabago, at patuloy niyang gagawin yon? Because you are allowing it. You are the key to your own happiness. But if you are allowing them to keep lying to you, and you're staying with them, kasi martir ka, kasi may anak ka, kawawa ka. I'm telling you that. As early as now, you are the worst and you are the loneliest person on earth. Kasi natututo kang maging kontento sa taong hindi naman kontento sa'yo. What comes around goes around. Absolutely. Exactly. From CC Metsi 1. Sabi ni Rina here, host, ano pong may advice mo dito? May BF po ako, LDR kami. Tapos nakikipaghiwalay ako through chat last 2020. Pero wala kaming closure. Then this year, 2021, nakipag-date na siya, tas love ko pa siya. Sisi, in the very first place, ikaw yung nakipaghiwalay. Diba? And there are no such thing as closure. Wala pong closure na sinasabi natin. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng closure na pinapahiwatig mo dito? Kasi pag sinasabi mong closure, ano ba? Dapat ba galing sa kanya? Nag-aantay ka ba ng galing sa kanya na word na ayoko na sa'yo, maghahanap na ako? Is that the closure you are looking for? Kasi pag yun yung hinahanap mo, Sisi, don't expect that it will come to you. Always ko namang sinasabi to ang closure naman po ay hindi po manggagaling sa ibang tao. Ang closure po ay manggagaling sa sarili natin. Whatever we decide, that is already the closure. Huwag kayong mag-antay kung ano yung ang sasabihin ng partner, kung ano yung sasabihin ng lalaki, kasi hindi naman yun ang basihan ng closure Yung closure po ay ating desisyon. When we decide on something, and when we stand to our decision, but make sure, eto talaga, I will always tell you this, when you leave someone, never leave them when you are broken-hearted, when you are hurt. Kasi po, pag iniwan mo yung isang tao, umalis ka sa isang klaseng relasyon at may kasamang sakit, you will never do good in your next relationship. Kasi you are not going to be healed in the process of that emotion, in the process of that situation. Kapag iniwan mo ang isang tao at nagpakalayo-layo ka, make sure that you are doing that one with an open heart, bukal po sa kalooban ninyo. You are doing that because you wanted to have a good life and because you wanted to move on. But never do leave someone na aalis ka kasi nasasaktan ka lang. Make sure na siguraduhin mo na when you try to leave someone, it is because it will do good on you. Jelaine Curta, Sisi Cornica, case ni Paulo, ilan bang iniwan? Ha? Case ni Paulo Contes, ilan na yung iniwan niya because of third party. Si Paulo na may diferensya, bigla na siyang exactly. So, if I am to look at the situation, alam naman niya, 'di ba? Na ito yung pattern na ginagawa ni lalaki. So that means, huwag nang magpakamartir. Kasi yung pagkamartir, umaasa ka eh. You are trying to still wanted to you are still expecting. Pag tinapos mo, tapusin mo na. And that's it. You just have to move on. No matter how painful things are, no matter how painful it is for one person, ito yung natutunan ko sa buhay. If it becomes a baggage of your life, cut the situation. Find someone that deserves your love. If yung sitwasyon naman ay hindi nakakabagabag sa'yo at nagiging masaya ka, then continue. But if you keep on asking yourself, bakit ba nagawa niya sa akin to? You don't have the chance, you don't have the time to keep on asking yourself. Wala ka rin namang sagot na makukuha dyan. You're only giving yourself so much pain. You just have to accept the fact and you live and you move on. That's the better way to do things. From basta na sumakabilang bahay, sumalakay. Absolutely. This really broke my heart. Yung isa lang ang nagsasuffer. This really broke my heart. Yung isa lang ang nagsasuffer. Absolutely. Pero naman kasi, eto yun eh. The more you stay in the relationship, kahit alam mo talaga na you're not the priority kasi may iba, it will even broke your heart more. So sabi ko nga, if you are in this situation, kung alam nyo, mas maganda na it is better to be in pain na one time. Yung isang sakit, and then you move on to a happy. From Miss Emerald, masakit. And Mom, she says, yes, there is something wrong with my marriage and relationship because I know someday he will leave me. That's why he wants me to be happy. Absolutely. Diba? If there is something wrong, yun nga sinasabi ko, if there's something wrong, wag niyong ipilit. Kasi if there's something wrong, there will always be something wrong. Pag may mga pangyayaring ganoon, may pangyayari talaga at mangyayari din yan eh. You can't just wait for something. I mean, you deserve happiness. You deserve someone better than that. My goodness, hindi ka naman nabubuhay para sa isang tao lang eh. There are so many fishes in the ocean and you can always find the best fish in the ocean kapag naghahanap ka. Don't be contented with one. If that person is not making you entirely happy of your life, if that person cannot give his time for you, don't get away from that relationship. Find someone who can give you the 100% for you. You deserve 100%. You don't deserve 90%. Take out. Umalis ka. And if you are in the situation na ikaw talaga yung hindi naman masaya, then you find your other ways also na magiging masaya ka. Huwag kang never stay with a relationship kasi dun ka kampante. You are not building a relationship at all. If you are staying with a relationship because doon ka kampante at akala mo doon ka magiging masaya, then you are absolutely doing the wrong move. You deserve better than that. Sabi ni Medsi Juan, time will come na yung kids na mismo na magsasabi sa'yo na mag-respect for yourself. Absolutely. Huwag po kayong maniniwala sa sinasabi nila, no, I will stay in this relationship kasi may mga anak kami. Cut the crap. Let's admit it. No relationship and there are no perfect relationship. And don't wait for the perfect relationship because there are no perfect relationships. If one is not willing to work out with you and if one is not willing to fight for you, then don't fight for yourself. Kasi kaya nga sinasabi dito, relasyon eh. If isa lang yung magpa-fight sa relationship niya, yung isa hindi naman, very relaxing, naghahanap ng iba, naghahanap ng comfort ng iba. Well, there's no such thing or a relationship for that. Umalis ka, find your own happiness. And if you can find that one, it's easier to find that one if you know kung ano yung gusto mo sa buhay. You can't live a life with just because for the kids. That's not fair. Mahirapan ang bata kung pilitin nyo magsama na kahit hindi na masaya, kahit wala ng spark. Absolutely. Ang anak nyo ang magsasuffer kasi one day, makikita ng bata yan. It's very normal. It's an instinct of the child to see the truth. At pag nakita niya, at pag nakita yan yung katotohanan, mas masaklap. Diba? Mas masaklap yon. Wag. Mahihirapan yung bata. Absolutely. Mahihirapan yung bata to understand everything that they are seeing the kids, they are seeing their parents that doesn't have that's getting complicated. Kasi makikita ng bata, uy, may iba pala yung tatay ko, may iba pala yung nanay ko. Ang nagsasama lang sila sa isang bahay, but I don't feel the love of the family. How is that as a family? Diba? Mega Live, maraming salamat si Serena sa mga pakulay. Thank you so much. It's really appreciated. Alright? From basta kahit babae din host, di lang puro lalaki. Regardless, whether it's a woman or a man, it works both ways. If there is an involvement of unhappiness of the relationship and it's a disrespect of yourself and your kids. Alam niyo ba kung bakit may disrespect involved dito? Kasi isa sa inyo, either babae or lalaki, pag naghahanap kayo ng other outlets, it is a disrespect of yourself and your partner. And more so, it is a disrespect of your kids. Kung ipagpatuloy mo, yaan, only because namumuhay kayo dahil lang sa bata. That's just a big bullshit. Hindi yun eh. And with regards to relationship naman, sa gaya ng tanong ni si Serena kanina, sabi niya, siya naman yung humiwalay. Sisi, tignan mo yung sitwasyon. Nasasaktan ka kasi you are not fully accepting it. Huwag kang mag-antay sa kung anong sabihin niya. Dito, this is the part, si Serena, wherein you need to accept the fact. Tanggapin mo yung katotohanan. One time, masasaktan ka, yes, masasaktan ka, but you will have a better life. And you do not deserve someone who lies to you. And you deserve you don't deserve someone na pabalik-balik. And also, do not be in the situation wherein gusto mong habulin ka or gusto mong yung susuyuin ka muli. Remember na ikaw yung nakipaghiwalay dito and you need to accept the fact na ikaw yung nakapaghiwalay. Diba? So, move on. Sisi, you are very gorgeous. You're very beautiful. Why? Why would you let yourself suffer from that? Diba? Continue your life. Continue to be open for someone. Diba? Ayan, kahit babae din host, yes, I've already talked about, I've already speak that one. Sabi ni Lady Shai, it doesn't make your children happy when they see you sad. You're only giving your children a wrong signal and maybe one day they will do the same thing as what you did in your partner. Kawawa sila. Ay, this is a very psychological answer. Take note and listen to this one. Kasi po, ito yung parte na sinasabi ko. Kapag pinipilit mo yung isang relasyon na hindi talaga naaayon, all because you have a kid, I will tell you this, the more the kid sees an abnormal relationship, kasi pinipilit nyo, the more the kid will utter, the more the kid will see the future decisions that he or she is going to make. See? You see the point in here? It's a very psychological thing. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, pag wala kayong nararamdaman na sa isa't isa at may problema sa isa't isa nyo, huwag nyong pilitin. Mag-usap kayo at mag-decide kayo. Huwag nyong hayaan. Huwag po kayo. Ito yung problema kasi most of the people sees it this way. Uy, kailangan hindi tayo maghihiwalay kasi may mga anak tayo. Hindi nyo naiisip na yung pagiging togetherness nyo because you have kids, mas lalong masisira yung relasyon. You are ruining the relationship all because of this situation. All because you are forcing things. Kasi may anak kayo. Ito yung parte na mas kawawa yung bata. Kasi gagayahin ng bata kung ano man yung problema nyo. When in fact, mas maganda sana na kapag hindi ang naaayon doon sa pamilya, yung relasyon na nangyayari, mas maganda na ang gagawin mo is actually to correct that mistake and be a part of a new one. Kasi later on, mas maiintindihan yung bata kasi mas makikita niya yung nanay niya na magiging masaya with the new one. And it doesn't mean It doesn't need to be a biological father to be called a father. It doesn't need to be a biological child or biological kids to be called a son or a daughter. Kasi yung pagiging anak, it is a feeling. It is a love and acceptance for someone. And it doesn't need to be yours for you to call it your own. I hope you understand that. Oh shit, ang sakit. Sisi, eto, kaya nga sabi ko Sisi ang lumalabas sa bibig ko dito would be just the truth, alright? And ayoko rin kayo, I do not want to sugarcoat all my answers because I want to give you a false hope. I will answer you straight even if it's painful for you because sugarcoating an answer to you will give you a slight way of having hope, and I do not want to give you false hope. All right? You deserve someone better. If you have any questions, ask me here. I'll answer you more. All right? Basta driver, sweet lover, kapag dito to walang si seryoso, titik man lang pagkatapos si iwan. Absolutely. Absolutely very true. Ayan, Rina, mali ako. Oh. You have made your choice. And Sisi, there's no mali or right. I tell you that. Ganito ang desisyon sa buhay. If you make a decision, tayuan mo yung decision mo. There are no wrong and right decisions in here. Ang tamang desisyon at maling desisyon ay naaayon sa iyong responsibilidad kung paano mo binitawan ang iyong desisyon. Alright? Think of it this way. Whatever decisions we make, kapag ikaw ay tumatayo sa isang sitwasyon that you are responsible of your decision because you made it for the betterment of yourself, there are no right and wrong decisions in here. Alright? Mom, she tests, yes. Alright. Sino dito? Where are you? Alright. From basta driver, teamwork. Kaya nga relationship, it's a teamwork. Diba? Kawawa si LG Reyes. No, hindi siya kawawa. She'll never be. As long as Paolo is responsible for the financial support, she's not kawawa. She will always find her way around later. Only this time people says it, kawawa, iniwan. No. Kapag naghiwalay kayo at iniwan yung isa, it is a blessing. Because then you have the opportunity to be single again. Miss Emerald, that is what I did on my past relationship. The moment I never noticed my value and the respect is not already served, I walked away and the pain was worth it. Absolutely. Kasi, di ba, nasasayangan ka sa isang relasyon na akala mo tama? Of course, definitely not. When you decide for yourself. When you decide with conviction. Alright? Masakit lang sa una. Masakit lang yan sa una. And afterwards, you learn from it. You should start accepting and you should start appreciating that you know how to decide with life. That you know na yung decision mo ay kaya mo palang tayuan. If there are lies, and if you are involved with people who are capable to lie, there will always be lie. There will always be lying that will happen eventually with your life. True, Miss Nika. Binabaril na martir sa luneto. Oo. Bawal. Bawal yung martir. Bawal. Literally. Ayan, host, I'm glad my kids are very open-minded. They push me to file divorce and wants me to be a happy life. That should be. Kasi yung mga bata, may utak yan eh. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, mali yun, mali kasi yun eh. Pag sinasabi, dapat magganin ko to kayo kasi may pamilya kayo, may mga anak kayo. Are you willing to live an unhappy life all because for your kids? My goodness. No, definitely not. Not because with kids. Because you can never make your kids happy. Alam nyo ba, pag nagkaroon ng utak yung anak nyo, nasa matinong pagkakataon, and the kids would realize that you're only fooling yourself, andun nga kayo, pero yung presensya nyo sa pag-ibig, wala naman. How's that as a relationship? Respeto from Bus Driver, Sweet Lover. Yes. Thank you, host. Rina, if you have any questions, let me know in here, ha? Kahit ano, sasagutin ko yan, Sisi. Alright? Minsan ka lang makadalaw dito. I hope you can really ask questions in here. Lovers in Paris, mega love shout out to you. Have I not given a Sandali. Lovers in Paris. Nabigyan ko ba ng jacket sa Lovers in Paris? Sandali. Lovers in Paris. Parang naman. Parang nabigyan naman. Sandali lang. Hoy, lovers, magsalita ka pag wala kang jacket ha. Alright, thumbs up dan. Maraming salamat and mega mag-love shoutout to you. Lovers in Paris, thank you so much for coming. Alright? True from Ma'am Shites. Isa ni kumare. Isa ni kumare. Ano yun? Yes, RG Mec, thumbs up, Danos. Maraming salamat. Hoy, pag wala kayong jacket, let me know, alright? Para mabigyan ko po kayo. Ayan, Mom Shites, and if you are happy, you go for it. As long as you know your boundaries and limitation. Absolutely. Ayun, nagbababa. Ayun, magdikitan lang kayo if you wanted to make friends in there, alright? May binababa po tayo dyan si Nagbot. Also in my description box, if you wanted to make friends with them, you just have to make friends with them. Alright? Hayaan lang magpatuloy sila sa mali nilang relasyon. Basta kayo, huwag gagawa ng isa pang pagkakamali. Kahiya lang sa mga anak, baka gagayahin pa tayo. Absolutely. Kasi you become the role model eh. The more you are doing it and the more you are trying to stay in the relationship even if you're not happy, the kids will find it out and the kids will know. Kasi anak nyo yan eh. There will always be, the chances is very high for the kid to see the reality and the truth of it. Alright? So, gagayahin yan. If your kids are, regardless of whatever gender your kids will be, it is still a kid. And they will always find a way to find it out. Kasi ano yan eh, yung bata, magaling yan. Ayan, Cesar, tinatawag ka na ni Tulfo, sabi ni Jelaine Cortez. Alright, basta driver, di kawawa si LJ, ay nakawala siya. Absolutely, sabi ko nga. Diba? Mega love shoutout din sa isa pa nating kaibigan all the way from Macau. Our friend in here, Casey the Explorer. Thank you so much, Casey, for coming. Maraming salamat. I really appreciate that one. Thank you so much. Thank you sa mga patamsak natin dyan. Absolutely appreciated. Ni hao to all! Yes. Ayan, kawawa ang mga manloloko. Absolutely, manloloko. I mean, Sisi Munieka, kawawa si LG Reyes kasi nagtiis siya. Pero ngayon, yes, kaya nga, di ba? Kawawa ang tao to stay in the relationship because they believe na okay yung relationship. They believe na mag-aantay sila kasi baka may chance. Doon tayo napapahamak sa baka eh. Di ba? Doon tayo napapahamak. When you are not happy with the relationship, let it go. You do not deserve to suffer from that relationship. Tanggalin niyo po yun. You know, like I said, walang walang masamang, walang magandang na idudulot yung sitwasyon na ganyan. Let's just sit there. When a person, kaya nga, it's very encouraging for people to tell the truth. Kasi, marami pong nagkakaroon ng problema because people are living with lies and because people are just a liar by nature.
Yeah.
Alright, ay maraming chance dito si LJ sa New York pa. Yes, Ma'am Shites. Kaya yung mga New Yorker namin dyan ni Jelaine, ihanda nyo na po. Di ba sabi mo? Oo, totoo yun. And then, another questions. Do you have any questions in there? Let me know, ha? Ayan. Basta may baboy naman, may kalabaw, kambing, kabayo. Bakit palaging baka? Depende po yun sa hayop. Okay? May tanong tayo dito. Why do people cheat on people they love? Makinig kayo dito, ha? Why do people cheat on people they love? Why do people? Because they want to be accepted. Primary reason po dito, alam nyo ba kung bakit yung tao nagsisinungaling? From the people they love, sa mga asawa, sa mga karelasyon, because they wanted to feel and they wanted to be accepted, respected, loved, wanted, or praised. Most of the time, people fail, our partners fail to be contented with the relationship because they need and they wanted to be accepted, to be loved. Kasi baka naman kasi merong pagkukulang dito. Baka naman kasi merong something na nangyayari dito. Baka naman kasi something is not complete that your partner is looking for another one. And most of it, based on study, the things that lacks in a relationship, why people find another one and cheat on the people they love, it is because most of them doesn't feel being accepted, or doesn't feel being respected, or doesn't feel being loved, or doesn't feel being wanted, and lastly, doesn't feel being praised. Perhaps those are the things that they lack, and perhaps these are the things that they need na hindi nila makikita sa inyo. No matter how much we wanted to be perfect in a relationship, there are just things that may kulang talaga. And you can find that for someone else. And that's why people wanted to find that someone instead of wanting you. So maybe there are situations, and maybe there are lacking part from your end. Once again, if that part you cannot give, don't stay with the relationship. Looking for attention, looking for understanding, companionship. I just said it. No matter how rich you are, if your heart is empty and money can't buy love, oh, absolutely. You said it right, Cici. Kasi kulang eh. There's kulang. And life is so short. Kapag kulang talaga yan. No matter how much you wanted to fill it in from that someone you love, you just can't. Because something is not right. Something is lacking. And you can only find that through someone else. And if you are unhappy about that, if you are absolutely not happy with that, just don't push yourself. You're only suffering. Aside from you are only suffering from that, your partner is also suffering from it. Mas masakit. Mas kawawa. Mas kawawa ka, mas kawawa yung partner mo, mas kawawa yung anak mo. And I'm sorry that it may be happening to you, but that is the whole truth. And that you really need to understand that. Kulang sa araw ka, pretty host. Sabi ko nga, may lacking. If there's lacking, if there is, that's a big problem actually. It's a very, very big problem. Trust me. It may be a slight thing that you see or people sees it right now, but in the long run, it is a very, very big problem. That's sad. It's just very sad. Jelaine Cortez, hello, benta mo na sa akin yung black at blue mo. Oh, ano ito? Benta talaga, Sisi ko. Still listening here, Sisi. Thank you so much, Sisi. We still have 12 beautiful souls in here tonight. And if you are still in there listening, thank you so much. If you have any questions at all, Rina, Sisi, Rina Vlog, Sisi, pag may mga katanungan ka, press namin know in here, ha? Para matanong ko rin naman. Alright. And then, sabi, may tanong pa dito. It says here, should you stay with a man who cheats? Eto, you listen to this one. Should you stay with a man who cheats? Sabi dito, it's 100% understandable to dump someone who cheats. In some situation, it might be the best thing to do. But in many situations, it's so perfectly reasonable to stay. It doesn't mean you're defective or weak. There are cases to stay in the relationship. There are so many reasons to stay in the relationship. But eto, the whole truth, this is the truth and the whole truth of the matter. Pag hindi ka masaya, umalis ka. It's as simple as that. Do not justify it with reasons. Do not justify it with questions or with justifications just for you to be satisfied. If you are not happy and if you are absolutely unhappy with the relationship, you can't try to fight for it. But if you still feel unhappy for it, just get out from it. You don't deserve that. I've been broken so many times, but now I found someone in a wrong time situation. We both are happy. You see, being broken and being unhappy in some relationships may be never ending. But one day, it will come. So sabi ko nga, di ba? Ma'am Chita, sabi ko nga, di ba? If you believe that this is the right one, maybe this is the right time for you to feel the happy moments with you. Maybe this is the moment wherein you can be really happy with someone. Sabi ko sa'yo yan, di ba? No matter how much you fall, no matter how much you get broken, in every attempt that you are going to find the full happiness that you're looking for. But the moment you find that, just hang to it. Don't let it go and fight for it. No matter what, you fight for it. Because it is very, very difficult to find someone that really understands you. It is very difficult to find someone, Ma'am Chites, that could really understand the person you are and could really have the connection of yourself. That is the most hardest part of finding a relationship, is finding someone that can connect with you. And now you are finding that one. Don't ever let that go. Fight for it. Your relationship right now with your present relationship is very complicated, I know. But if he is willing to accept and you're willing to make amendments to it and you're willing to settle that later or in the long run, you fight for it. Wag na wag mong hayaan na mawala yan. Kasi it's so hard to find a connection with someone. Bear that in mind. Diba? Yun nga eh, diba? So, another question we have in here. Do cheaters ever change? Did I answer this one earlier? Sabi dito, do cheaters ever change? Can cheater change his or her ways? Yes, they can. If you give them a chance, marriage therapists, it's a study for the therapist that yes, it can. But it does work. It needs a lot of work to do. Kapag yung cheating naman ang nangyayari naman kasi, it's not because patuloy na nangyayari and you still wanted to give them a chance, but make sure that they compromise to it. Magbago sila and they are willing to do an investment and more commitment to you for a change and more a proper change. Alright? Kasi if pag nandun yun mas madali. It's easier to forgive someone and to give them a chance if they are willing to change and commit talaga. Yung commitment kasi is the most important part yung talagang willingness na magbago. But we still have the saying that once a cheater, always a cheater. Some cases po, meron pong nagbabago at meron po talagang willing to change. If they are willing to change. Alright? And they are willing to compromise. Sabi ko nga kasi naman pag cheater talaga yung tao and most of the people doesn't just willing to change. They just wanted to continue being what and who they are. So, kung may mga pangyayari po na gano'n, it's not really worth it. Don't push yourself. Tanggalin niyo po. Just take it out and move on. Maghanap po kayo ng someone that really corresponds your feelings, your emotions, and your own self. Kasi, if you love, nagmamahal ka, at nasusuklian, then that is a true relationship. At if hindi naman, ay pinupunan ka ng iba, dinagdagan ka pa, then absolutely, you are not a martyr to stay in there just because of your some reasons that you have kids. At kinasal kayo sa harap ng pare at sa ganito. Pag wala na pong natitirang pag-ibig, at kapag may problema po, that's it, that cannot be solved, at pag may kulang sa relationship, just don't stay with it. Don't punish yourself for that. Hindi po maganda. Hindi naman kasi maganda. Bakit ipagpatuloy nyo pa kung wala naman talaga, di ba? Di ba? Host, ang hirap. Ma'am Jites, nasaan yung hirap dito? Nasaan yung mahirap? Which part of it? Alam nyo kasi, yung hirap, it's all about in your mind. It's all about because you are justifying things. Nahihirapan ng isang tao because you cannot make a decision because you are not willing to make a decision. Iba naman kasi pag sinabi natin, mahirap, or gusto mo lang pahirapan. Kasi when you can make a decision, you can always make a decision no matter what. Hindi po yan because it's mahirap. Trust me, hindi mahirap magdesisyon. Ikaw yung nagpapahirap sa sitwasyon. Yun siya, nasa. I don't get it. What do you mean by this? Saan? Yun. Kasi, tama, di ba? I love you, goodbye. Ito yun. Ito yung mahirap. This is the part. Ikaw yung nagpapahirap sa sitwasyon. Kasi in making, let me tell you this. In making a decision, it is all about conditioning yourself. It is all about knowing the truth. It is all about understanding the truth. But if you do not understand, and if you do not condition yourself, you will absolutely have the line of mahirap magdesisyon. Because you are not understanding the situation. Or perhaps you do not wish to understand the situation. Kaya nahihirapan ka. Kasi pag naiintindihan mo sitwasyon at alam mo that you are already unhappy with the situation, you can easily decide. And don't ever tell me, kasi may anak ako, kasi mahirap yung anak ko. Bakit? Pag hindi ba kayo masaya at nandun pa rin kayo sa relationship, do you think your kids would be happy in the right time? Absolutely not. Kasi yung naiintindihan ng bata, abnormal yun eh. That is an abnormal relationship. And you are still forcing a relationship. You are still forcing yourself to be in the relationship. Where's the justice in there? Mega love shoutout! Nandito na rin ang ating kaibigan all the way from Australia, Giga Art! Mega love shoutout to you, Sisi. Maraming salamat po. Alright? Grabe naman yung background music, host. I love you, goodbye. It's right, di ba? Maganda yung music because it's very timely and it's very, very rightful. Hello, host. Mega love shoutout sa iyo. Sisi Giga Art from Ma'am Chites. Barko na may nakakausap siya, mga ka-co-worker niya. Pero ako feeling ko nasa ibang barko ako na mag-isa na walang kausap. Wala nang ko-comfort. Yun, I'm in the middle of the sea, alone and worse. Sisi, eto yun eh. When you are having a relationship, if you know and if you are being reassured with the other party that you are together, that you can look forward for tomorrow, that you can be together one day, and that you have a consistent communication, and that you know that honesty is there, and that you see the point of going there, you have something to hold on. But if you do not hold on to that thing and you believe and you always make yourself believe that you are lonely and that because malayo siya, malayo ka, then you are feeding yourself with so much pain. You are feeding yourself with a decision that is not rightful. So what I can tell you right now at this very, very moment, try to hold on something. Kung alam mo naman na totoo yung nararamdaman mo sa kanya at totoo yung nararamdaman niya sa'yo, hold on to that. And you see the future together with you. Both of you. Kasi, Ma'am Jutes, di ba sabi mo naman that you have connection with a person and that you are happy with the person. Yun lang, hang on to that. Kasi, pag nagkakaroon ka ng connection sa isang tao at nagkakaroon ka ng full understanding, kasi madali kasing sabihin na madali naman humanap ng tao, madali na naman humanap ng kapalit. But what people don't understand is that it is most difficult part to find someone that could connect. It is most difficult part for one person to find someone that could understand you. It is most difficult to find someone that could really know the wholeness and the deepest part. If there is a connection to that, and if there is the word love and understanding between both of you, you are willing to hold on onto something. Pag wala naman, then you will be able to feel so sad, so lonely, kasi wala. But I tell you, there is. You just have to hold on to it. You will never be enough to someone who never sees your value. Absolutely. Your value is very important. And if someone is not seeing that, then that person is not worth dating. Sabi mo nga, Miss Nika, it is better to be a broken family with a complete heart rather than having complete one with a broken heart and a responsible partner. Absolutely. Binitawan ko po yung salita nito. Ito po ang binitawan kong salita na to kay Sisi Welma when I had a private talk with her. Sabi ko sa kanya, because she was so broken and she's so sad and all, binitawan ko po ng salita exactly this word to her. And it made her realize that it is not worth it to be sitting in one corner and cry and wallow every pain at sasabihin mo, bakit niya ako iniwan? See, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to look for it. Sisi Giga Art, I miss you. I don't get the title, Sisi. Sisi, the title is, ito yung mga tao na talaga nagsisinungaling at having someone extra inside. Alam mo yung mga diskusyon ng sa ating mga kaibigan that it's happening here in the world of this community na meron talaga. It does happen. And yung mga naiiwan all because of another party. And bakit nga ba nangangaliwa? Why people cheat? Why people are easy for them to adapt? Yung pinupunan, hindi iniiwan, nandoon, pero they are adding extra to the relationship. Diba? From Ma'am Shites, yes. Hanapin mo kasi, Ma'am Shites, yung connection nyo. Hanapin mo yung sasandalan mo. Hanapin mo yung bagay na saan ka mag-hang on at mag-hold on for the relationship. Doon, bibirada ka doon. From that, you will be able to see the wholeness of the situation. Mas maganda yun. Talaga, promise, mas maganda yun. Ayan! From Giga Art, BC Bongga, yay! Ayan, Art, musta ang Rollins? That all we can do, hold on and he's ready. There you go. You see, if the person is ready, he will always be ready. If the person is not, or the other party is not, he will never be. And trust me, that's the most difficult part. Pero madali lang kasi siya eh. Madali kasi siya kapag you are holding on to something. Mahirap siya if you are not holding on to something. Diba? Pag namumuo yung mga, alam mo yon that hindi ka makakapaghawak sa isang sitwasyon kasi Mahirap, di ba? Yes. Ay, si Rina, do you have other questions? Sige na, tanong ka pa dito. Dali lang.
When we're hungry, love will keep us.
Di ba? And then, kaya Wilma Marital, gumilid ka na, ano sabi? Gumilid ka rin, katulad ni Jeline Cortez. Totoo, gumilid. Jeline Cortez, okay naman siya. This is a work now. Di masyado sa YG. Oy! Oo, totoo yun. So, you guys have any questions? Para may masagot ko.
It will only get better. You and me together through the days and nights.
Do you have any questions?
I don't worry, cause everything's gonna be alright.
Alright, I'll move on to the next one. Why cheaters blame their spouses? Why do cheaters blame their spouse? Alam mo to, alam niyo tong ganito? Yung mga spouses, na sila na yung nag-cheat, pero pag tinatanong sila, bakit mo nagawa yun? Tapos sinasabi nila, kasi ganito, kasi yung partner ko hindi makakapagbigay. Instead of admitting the fact at maghihingi ng sorry, they will always have reasons. They will always have reasons. Alam niyo ba, in psychology, ang tinatawag natin dito, these are the people who are manipulators. They are manipulators kasi ayaw nilang aminin na nag-cheat sila, ayaw nilang aminin na mapapapunta sa kanila yung kasalanan. So instead of saying sorry that I admitted the fact that meron akong karelasyong iba and that I'm looking kasi I'm cheating from you, instead of saying that, they have reasons. Na kasi kulang ka, wala kang attention sa akin kasi ganito ka, tinatapon nila pabalik sa kanilang spouse. Because they are the manipulator type of people. And don't ever believe in them. Kasi yung taong nagkasala, normally, humihingi ng tawad. Hindi nagbibigay ng rason. When people started to make reasons and all, and throwing back to you all the faults, because these people are manipulators. Instead na gusto nilang aminin, gusto pa nilang magkaroon na ikaw pa yung may kasalanan. That is the manipulator type of people. And you do not want to have a manipulator, men or women, in your life. You see my point? So, it just doesn't work that way. I accepted I'm a sinner, but happy. And then, I accepted I'm a sinner, but happy. There you go. Wilma Marital, correct. Imbes na aminin ang kasalanan, ikaw pa i-blame. Kaya sila nag-cheat. Kaya nga, because they are manipulators. Life is too short, absolute. Life is too short. Life is too short. It's a complicated one, but life is too short, promise. And that's just it. Pag you are not, eto lang talaga, to sum it up, pag hindi ka masaya, don't force. Kung pipilitin. Diba?
Remember the first time I kissed your lips. I told myself that there was nothing better than this.
Any questions?
You looked at me and smiled, and I felt
Ito yung panghuli. How does being cheated on change you? Paano ka ba nagbago? Sabi dito, being cheated on cannot only affect your self-esteem. Hindi lang po yung self-esteem yung na-affect if you are being cheated. Kapag ikaw yung nasa sitwasyon and you're being cheated, hindi lang po self-esteem ang yung na-affect sa iyo. Your self-worth can also be affected, and all the rest of your personal self. It will also build up bitterness and anger, or hurt can show itself on how you act around the people. Nakikita po to because you are being hurt. Kaya nga, sinasabi ko palagi that trust is very sacred. Kapag the trust is broken, it will really hard to build it up again. Because one of the most important part in anything, in any form of relationship, is trust. And if there is no trust involved in every relationship, and if it's broken, expect that regaining it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, and takes a lot of energy. Like we said, if you cannot give, if you cannot build the trust to someone, just better not start anything. Sabi ni si Jillian, trust is very fragile. It is. It can easily be broken. And it can easily be gone in a snap. And if people cannot learn from that, they will never learn for the rest of their lives. Because it's going to be a behavior. It's going to be a character that will build up. It's just sad to know.
1, 2, 3.
But that is the truth.
Broken all the pieces I've been shaking lately. Focused on the things that didn't make no
Ayan, from
sense.
Jillian Cortez, host, walang iyakan. Wala naman. Bawal yung iyakan. Ano ba? Well, Marital, true, trust is the most important in a relationship, pero may sumisira talaga. And that is out of our control. People do have a choice. Yes, Jillian Cortez, I don't take BS anymore. Of course, wala, there are no time of BS. There are no time of bullshits. Alright? It's the truth. And sabi ko nga if there is one thing, sabi ko talaga to, sabi ko talaga, if there is one thing that I've learned, if there is one thing that I've learned in this world, is that sometimes we only realize the value of people when the people is already gone. Sometimes we don't see that one when people are just present with our life. But one day, and they're gone, and one day they were out of your life, then that is the time people started to sink in. That the value of the person that you have just lost was really valuable. And people doesn't understand that one when the thing was just on high and the situation where things was just very easygoing. But in times of you lose people, in times of you lose the person, that is also the time where you begin to realize everything, the value of one's work. Trust can be a fragile thing, but it is the foundation on which all relationships are built. That is an absolute truth. To be trusted is a greater compliment than being loved. I believe so. At host, sinabi ko rin yan sa kanya na may makitaan lang ako at maalam ko na may mali, I'll walk out without him knowing. Absolutely. Ito Ma'am Chites, no? Ito kasi hindi maintindihan ng bawat tao. Hindi maintindihan to sometimes from most of the people. Iniisip kasi ng tao, madali Iniisip kasi ng tao that, ano bang ano doon? Ano ba yung ganito? Ano ba yung ganyan? They always find reasons from that. Hindi kasi maintindihan ng tao, or at least to most people, is that how vital it is. Diba? How vital it is to trust someone. Kasi yung trust, iba yun That's so hard to give. So hard that's just so hard to give to someone. Diba? So, when it's lost, how could you pick it up? How could you make it whole again? Maybe one day it will, but maybe it takes a lot of time and effort also. Maybe it needs a worth it decision to regain it. Ayan, from RJ, mega love shoutout to you. Maraming salamat sa pagpunta. Thank you so much. Host, naiyak ako sa music mo, Nika. It's actually very related. I chose this music because it is a rightful music for this talk for the evening. I feel there is a connection, and I feel there is, I feel that it's just rightful for this. Maraming salamat sa patamsak dyan. Thank you so much. Ask me. Yes. And lately, I found out his ex is another ship. Kaloka. You cannot take away those doubts. You cannot take away those decisions in life. Meron naman kasi, we have doubts, we have this, but the whole truth is that when a person is just being honest, when the person is just gonna lay down all the card and you know everything, it's more easier to understand. Diba sabi ko nga mas maiintindihan mo yung tao, mas maiintindihan mo yung mismong tao kapag alam mo kung ano nangyayari at kapag alam mo kung ano yung katotohanan. Well, the most difficult part of understanding a human behavior and the person is actually when every day is just full of surprises. When every day becomes just a puzzle. When every day becomes a lie. My ex pa pala, sakit ng kanta. Maganda, di ba? The song is very nice. It talks about leaving. It talks about losing. It talks about losing someone. The whole concept of the song is about you losing someone, staying away from you. So it's rightful kasi our discussion for the evening is you will be losing someone if it is absolute. You are doing the things that aren't part of your relationship. You're doing extra and making and disrespecting your partner and disrespecting the person you're in relationship with. So the whole truth and the fact of the matter still states that when there is nothing in there and when there is a necessity to leave the situation, then you will be gone with the situation. You will be out of the picture for the situation. And with this, and the connection with this, the song states that it's leaving and regret and seeing the good things that happens to you and seeing the good things, the good memories that's part of it, but you left in the situation. But life always comes up with an end. It's just a matter of time. Walang nagsasabi sa akin, pero yung pakiramdam ko na may tinatago siya, yan yung time na nag-message ako sa'yo na umiiyak ako kasi nag-reveal siya sa akin, pero ngayon as in wala na sila. And it feels good because you know the truth. Right? It feels good because you know how to decide. It feels good because you know which boundaries you are capable to be staying. Because the truth really sets you free. That's the point in there. If the truth is hidden and the truth involves the whole scenario involves lies, and it's the most difficult part. The hardest part of all, when you felt being betrayed, when you felt being lied by someone you trusted. It's just hard. Ang painful pag nag-let go, pero mas painful if ang pain is araw-araw. Absolutely. Letting go is a one-time pain and one-time acceptance. But when you feel I'm being tortured by every day of lies, by every day of you thought you know the person but you don't, and the lie is involved in there, and on an everyday basis, full of surprises. That's the most hardest part of it. From Anju test, because it's easy for me to give 100% when I'm proving the real love. 100%. Madali naman kasi magbigay eh. Madali naman kasi magbigay ng tiwala or people who deserves who deserves it. Diba? Yung pag yung yung pagsisira naman kasi is another thing. Yung masira is another thing, 'di ba? Pero I always believe that there are chances to not everything in this world are fixed. There are chances that you see and you consider maybe perhaps it needs time. Diba? Hindi naman kasi madali eh. It's not that easy. Maybe to some it is. Maybe kasi for me, I don't give my trust to anyone. But when I give my trust, I give my trust. But yun nga lang yung problema, masaklap. Kasi when my trust is ruined, I do have difficult time regaining it. Mahirap naman kasi. I don't know with you if it's easier for you to regain trust. But kasi ako, trust is very important for me. I will always be. I'm glad I'm here. Thank you, Tama Cici. So what are your stories? What are your stories about matters like this? Buhay. Ayan. Yes, 100% na bibilhin ko. Ng car. Oh, talaga. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Chites. Thank you so much. You guys, you are the reason why I am here. You are all the reason why I am continuously coming up in here. You are all the reason why I keep making topics and why I keep on discussing in here. Because you guys still need it. Alright? And I'm just very happy talking to you in here and relating to all your concerns, relating to all your questions, answering all your questions. I'm very, very happy for that. Kasi somehow I'm also trying to give out all the learning I have for all of you. And Jeline Cortez, paano ba mabalik ang trust, host Nika? Time could tell. Time could tell, and time maybe there are no gauge in gaining back the trust but maybe gaining back the trust is somehow it needs a little extra work. It needs extra work. Kasi if you are going to look at it this way, pag ang isang tao ay nawalan ng nadisgrasya at naubusan ng dugo, muntik nang naubusan ng dugo. Do you think you can just find any other blood out there, right there and there to replace what you have lost? Diba? You still need to ask for the blood bank. You still need to go for the same type of blood. This blood that doesn't have diseases, blood that matches your own. It needs a work before you can have the full transfusion to replace your blood. In trust, you need to regain it. You need to regain it because it is not ready. It is not available. And it is not readily available in the market. It is something you need to work on. Miss Emerald, when you are immune, nasa dali lang, meron ba pala? Sabi ni Wilma, truly through your segment na why matuto ang mga marami, mabawasan ang broken family, makwento na sila sa kanilang asawa para wala silang masirang pamilya. Yeah! Diba? I'm really happy, I'm really happy seeing these things. I'm really happy. Ayan! From Emerald, when you are immune with the pain, easy na lang ang move on. Even if you're given your 100%, kasi di ako nagadala kung magagawa sila. At least I never gave less than they deserve. Yun nga yun masaklap. When you know that you give it all, when you know that you are very honest, or when you know that you're very true to yourself, you know that you are treating the person right, yun talagang because that person is important, and all of a sudden you just in a glance, in a class, in a click, it's gone because of a lie, because of the trust thing, because of an issue of something. It's hard to regain it. It needs a work to get the trust again. Especially when you know that you are very true to the person. Especially that you know that you are very honest and very true to the person involved. And that one is hurting kasi it was everything. And then it's lost. It's worse, right? Yes, time will tell. Pag binenta mo na yung black and blue, Jillian. Ayan, pinanghahawakan ko lang, what comes around goes around. Laban lang pang ako, nagmamahal talaga. Miss Emerald, go for it. Aim for it. You deserve the whole happiness in the world. I hope you can find the one. I hope you can find the true happiness you are looking for. Kasi it's difficult. Sabi ko nga, yun yung sinasabi ko palagi The most difficult part in this world is to actually find people. It's to actually find people that could match us and that could easily understand, that could, alam mo yun, that, there's just there. And finding the right people in your life, to have that is one of the most difficult part, actually. Kasi, hindi kasi yan magic that you can just do it and you can find it. It takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of your time and life to invest. And in a snap, when it's gone, all because of some issues that wasn't supposed to happen, it just automatically gets away. The worst part about this one is actually when instead of saying sorry, you even tried to they even tried to defend. That's the worst thing. Because you don't see the sincerity. It doesn't involve the sincerity. What you see are the manipulation part. You see are the things that instead of saying sorry, instead of accepting and correcting, it automatically comes with an explanation and defensiveness. That is an absolute worst of the situation. You are loved, Mom Shitas from Miss Emerald. Bakit ba nasasaktan ako? Fragile ko tonight. Sisi, it is okay to feel the pain. Sabi ko nga, pag nasasaktan ka, just feel the pain. And wala naman kasing masama you're just feeling the pain. Wala talagang masama. It's, just feel it. Mawawala din yan. And the right time. You will find people. You will find the right people. And you will find the right people to make you happy. Just open up your doors. Just open up everything with you. There will be. Sabi ko nga, huwag ka lang maghabol. They will come to you. Because the more you chase people, the more you're losing them. Ayan, just be happy from Miss Emerald. Diba? Just be happy daw, Miss Emerald. Ano ka ba? Just be happy. Pain. Okay lang yan. Like I said, life is too short. Just be happy. Tignan mo si Mahal. She's Thank you, Ma'am Chitas. Natouch lang ng very light. It's okay. That's the truth and that's the whole truth, di ba? Alam nyo naman that when I do a topic in here, I speak for the truth and I speak for what just the reality of life. It's just sometimes nothing is permanent. Sabi ko nga, the only permanent in this world is actually change. No, I'm sorry. The only permanent in this world is actually death. All the rest are temporary. And there are reasons to this. Why things happen like this, why things happen like that, why it happened now, why it didn't happen yesterday, why it didn't happen the last month, why it should supposed to happen the following year, why it happened now. Because now is the right time for you to know. Now is the right time for you to understand. Now is the perfect time for you to think. And there are no other time for that. To regret? To blame? No. It's just acceptance. And there are things that we need to come up to decide. And there are things that we need to stand to really think. Again, when people loses trust, it is not impossible to regain. But maybe it takes time. Maybe it takes a lot of things. Maybe it takes a lot of effort to gain it back. You guys, if you have any questions, I still have 8 more minutes. If you have any questions, I may be extending this one, but if you don't have any questions, I'll probably be lasting about 8 minutes from now because I am done for the evening. Alright? Meron pa ba? Do you have any questions? If you have, let me know, ha? Magtanong, who cares? Pero accept ko. I don't give a shit what people say because they're not in my shoes. Happiness comes once in the lifetime. Absolutely. If people cannot understand it and other people are judging you and you are no longer a part of the cycle and happiness within that, you just have to stick with your own decision. Ano ba naman yung ibang tao, di ba? Yung sasabihin ba nila nakakayaman sa'yo? Yung sasabihin ba nila will make you feel better? Hindi naman siguro, di ba? You are the one making your own happiness. You're responsible of your own. Di ba? Sisi Munieka, bakit parang malungkot ka? Hindi naman ako malungkot. No. Hindi naman ako malungkot. Not all. The topic is different and the things are different as well. There are just things that are better dealt privately and there are just things that are also good to deal with in open discussion. But there are just things. May mga bagay lang na better left unsaid. Oo nga, Ma'am, si Tess, totoo yan. Di ba? Yan. Anyway, I've said my piece. I've said the discussion. I've talked about things. And, sana naman may natutunan kayo. And sana naman you sink in with your life. As you sink in, then nagsisink in naman sa inyo that, the things there are things na maybe needs extra attention to really see. Maybe there are just things that we need to really see behind every actions. Diba? Na kailangan mo talagang tignan. I said, I'm a sinner at this point, but I'm happy. Go! Thank you again, Miss Nika. You make me feel better now. You are welcome. My pleasure. To all of you, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to talk about things in here that somehow making you feel better and making me feel better also. When I see you, when I hear you feeling better about things that I'm talking in here, it feels me better also. And I appreciate more even life, that life is imperfection. Life is not perfect at all. And people aren't as well. Forgiveness isn't for other people. Forgiveness is for yourself. Forgiveness is for ourselves. To be a better person. Ma'am, she tells, ako host, I don't get embarrassed because that's what I felt. So do I. People shouldn't be embarrassed with it. That's what I don't get it also. People are so embarrassed with their situations and status in life that I don't get. People are so embarrassed with so many things about their life, about their own self. And people are taking it so privately. What's there to be ashamed? I don't see it. I don't see the whole thing. What's there to be ashamed? It's just hilarious. I couldn't understand it. I'm really sorry. But I couldn't understand it. I just couldn't understand it, to be honest. Sabi ni Basta Driver, realization. Anong ibig sabihin ng realization? Kasi Basta Driver, sulpot ng sulpot, tapos biglang magsasabi, realization, ganito. Tapos bigla na lang siyang sumusulpot. Bakit ba biglang sumusulpot si Basta Driver?
DJ Joshua Remix.
Hindi ko maintindihan talaga, I swear. I can't.
Left its seeds while I was.
Ano ba bigla na lang sumusulpot si Basta? Nawawala siya ng for a couple of minutes, tapos bigla siya susulpot. Realization. What's with realization? What's that? Sige na. Before ako mag-end, you guys have any questions? Hindi, eto talaga, iiwan ko sa inyo to, na. Sabi ko nga, tonight, before I started my LS, sabi ko, if there is one big lesson that I've learned in this life, is that I need to choose people that I can truly trust. Another thing is that in giving trust, it requires a lot of it. And I never thought that losing trust to someone is a major thing until today. Na all realization, gumarahe. You know? I mean, come to think of it, ang easy lang naman kasi, ang dali-dali. Diba? Ang dali-dali. Ang dali-dali talaga. You know, ang dali-dali. But you know, it's difficult to realization. Huwag ka lang magtiwala, host. No, it's okay to trust. But maybe, or correct. Ayan, hog. Oh. Alright. Guys, maraming salamat for the evening. I hope you have enjoyed and you have learned something out from our discussion for today. I'll do my best on Monday, but I cannot promise. Maybe, um, maybe I'll be having a schedule, but maybe I'll decide tomorrow. All right. Anyway, you'll see my thumbnail anyway. Pag nakita nyo naman yan, you know that I'll be having a session. And if not, then maybe then it's not. All right. Mika, thank you. You're welcome also. My pleasure to all of you. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for staying with me tonight and for all your active discussions in there. I'd like to thank my sincerest thank you to everyone. Maraming salamat po for staying with me for the evening. I will be able to, ano sabi dito ni no. Anong no? Hindi. But anyway, maraming salamat talaga. I will see you once again the next time around. I can't promise you as to when, but I'll be seeing you the next time. Alright? Maraming salamat po. I hope your weekend will be filled with a good and positive vibes. For 13 beautiful souls we have in here tonight. I am going to try my best. Alright? Once again, maraming salamat po. Have a wonderful Friday evening and for the rest of the week. Alright? Ingat po kayong lahat. Until then, see you all. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
I'm being